Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking and sharing. Of course, subscribing to the channel. We love you and appreciate every one of you. Lala is very much in the building. And of course, we've got the OBO, the baddest himself, Baba Imade, Baba Ifeanyi, and Haley, Davido in the building. Lala, what would you say to people who constantly say, oh, Davido is all about the money and the songwriters?
I don't know what to say to them, because I mean there's evidence to suggest that there are times he's actually written his own song. Go back to the Olowo, Genesis album, and I think even up to recent as well, there's no way he would 100% solely rely on songwriters. But then at the times when he uses songwriters, he gives them credit. So I don't see a problem with that.
Davido started, just a year, after Wizkid started with Back When featuring Nate to See. Of course, Olamide we know started as well, around that time. Burna Boy had Like to Party, even though it was underappreciated, like people would always say, until 2018. Davido has spent 10 years in the industry consistently and everything. In 2012, when Back When came out, did you ever foresee Davido still being relevant in 2021?
No, I wouldn't say I did, because back then, Back When was a jam and a half. And it was the start of something new, and around that period there was a lot of artists who came around who were bringing something fresh to the scene. Davido was just one of those artists. We had Damikane and Wizkid.
But Ice Prince at that time too.
MI. Quite a lot, a whole lot of them who were coming and bringing some new sort of fire into the industry. So I couldn't have said, oh, this person will be here for a long time, because people come, people go. But then over the course of 10 years or more, these guys have remained. They've remained consistent.
Exactly. I mean, the guy, made a tweet talking about how Davido alongside Wizkid have really done well for themselves. 10 years, awards, the competition, the dominance, the consistency, everything, popularity all over the globe. And the person actually made a very huge statement saying what they have done. What Davido has done in this industry would be so hard to replicate. How has the Davido run? Has it been?
Well, Davido's run over the course of 10 years. His journey started off with, well, I don't want to say assistance, but because he featured Neto C, right? Neto C on the song, who was a star at that time, and that gave him a much needed boost to start with his career. He did that, but he didn't stop at that, and that's the difference. He didn't stop at that. He continued after that album.
My guy.
Oh, I remember this talk.
The jeans, the jeans and the Ankara. Oh.
I'm going to show her this video. my ex-girlfriend, she made it. Yeah, I remember this.
She made it for David.
Yes.
Wow.
Someone on David's camp actually gave it to him.
Wow.
To snap it.
Oh wow, nice too.
The designs.
Oh wow, nice.
People I don't give you now. So yeah, I mean, this was dope back then. He didn't stop at that. I mean, he shot quality videos back then.
Definitely.
Was the standard. Although you can say yes, money played a part, because he had cash to burn and he spent it wisely. Got quality producers to work with. Shizzy was on fire. Got quality songwriters as well, and quality video directors, and he did well. Came up with this Davido,
the Genesis.
Came out with the bank and said, yes, I'm the son of a rich guy, and I'm going to take this music to the next level for you guys. And you can argue that he did, because he pushed the other contender in the game. Wizkid. They were, I mean, neck for neck. When there's a like a Formula One race, when people are approaching the line, they were neck and neck. You couldn't at a point you couldn't choose and say, oh, this is definitely the number one in Nigeria.
This album actually, the OBO, the Genesis, had a lot of producers. Davido produced back when featuring Neto C at that time.
Yes.
When this album came out, a lot of people felt, oh, it wasn't, the best of debut albums by, an artist and everything.
Yeah.
But this album, would you say it made the impact it was meant to make at that time?
Yes, of course. Because if it didn't, Davido's career wouldn't have gone as much as it did. But if you look at the kind of songs that he had on there, he had Feel Right featuring Ice Prince. Ice Prince was a star right there. No Visa with Shino Rambo. Shino Rambo B-Red.
Olowo was there.
Yes. Shino Rambo B-Red. Nobody knew of these guys. Nobody, but they were his cousins. People who would have heard of HKN music before, perhaps would have remembered. Because, they were the ones making the music before David jumped on and started doing his own thing. There was Davido on there. For You featuring Two-Face. Ekuwo, like you said, one of the best, traditional sort of love songs you get overseas. All of You. Even started the album with
All of You, yeah.
All of Leto come.
Even the song video, there's the video number 4. Very, very lovely song.
And all these songs had videos. Videos are memorable. I remember the one of these videos. Davido was just dropping his videos back to back. And it was just good. You can argue that it's not the best, the biggest of Davido's album, but it was a dope album to start with, and it was a statement, and it was good for him. And look at the guys who are with him right now. Look, management.
It's Asika, yeah.
Since 2000.
Right there. Trust me. Now with this album, with the success it had and everything, would you say, even with Wiz in the game at that time, did it change the landscape of how the industry saw competition, basically? Because this album started the whole competition between Wiz, and David. Did you think it changed the perspective of how people see, how to push the music in the industry at that time?
Well, I wouldn't say so, because this is one. Don't forget that P Square at the time also had an album, had a complete video version of an album.
Crazy.
This was close. This one had loads of
videos
on it, and it was 17 tracks. I wouldn't say it completely changed, but it was something noteworthy that you can point to and say, oh, they really did the best of work in promoting this album. And the video has several hit songs on this album back then. Several.
Okay, talking about Davido, and of course trying to look at the career so far. Like we said, right from this album till today, and until this moment that we're talking, Davido is still very much at the top of the game, awards and everything. This guy he's had a run. He's had an amazing run. What exactly would life be post OBO?
Well, like I said before, there's also to be another. I don't know if there's going to be another OBO.
Davido.
No, I don't know if there's going to be another
OBO
that will rule as much as David, because David has shown that it's not just about having money.
Are you shooting legs?
I don't know for you.
Okay.
I don't mention another. I don't mention person name for you. Now you mention person name. There's going to be another artist.
Who's got the money and who's got
the. You just have to use Davido. The money was there, but then you have to be all right up there, hardworking, talented as well. Whether you want to say you're doing somewhere else, no. You have to have some level of talent, some level of hard work in you to achieve what he has achieved over the years. And hopefully, maybe perhaps he will be the one to actually bring up the next person. You never can tell. He's done well since he started signing artists. Those are 2 success stories under him, right? And then perhaps maybe bring up another person if those ones don't take they don't take the battle from him. Say, well, let me just. Obviously, the money can never be the same, because whether he's making money from the music, there's always money to push the music and do more things.
But can they make as much impact, as Davido? Can we see anyone come through, the ranks to actually make as much impact as Davido? Don't forget that this guy, 2 years after the OBO, the Genesis, he won the BET. He's gotten, like a year after, got to the mobile. Like the same year of BET, he got the MTV awards. He's won other BET awards as well. This guy, from the Headies Awards to the Mamas to he's done it all. Consistency has been top notch alongside Wiz. The popularity, the dominance. This guy has done a yeoman's job in putting Afrobeat on the map alongside the other guys. Can this guy actually get someone to be like him? when he eventually leaves the scene?
It's going to be hard though. Like I said for Wiz as well, these guys are two generational talents. They come once in a generation. I don't want to say once in a lifetime. Once in a generation. Will it be the next generation? Will it be the likes of Joe Boy, Fireboy, Rema, and Co? Will it be them? Of course, they have the potential because whatever fan base you think these guys have back then, these guys are having. They're not just having in Nigeria; they're having outside of the country. The only thing that can take them apart, separate them, is the awards that they had to show for it when they started.
Yeah.
Do they have the awards to show for it? But there's a lot more competition right now. It's not just people living into Nigerians to dominate. We're seeing stars from Ghana come around. We're seeing people from different parts of
the world.
From the world, different parts of
Africa,
come around. So it's going to be difficult. It's a different landscape. It's not what it used to be back then. But I know for a fact there's going to be another generation, another era of having two Nigerian singers or two Nigerian artists. Will it be a guy and a female? Will it be two females or will it be two guys? I don't know. But it's surely going to come.
One thing that I know is that I don't think there's any other artist that can do social media. I mean, Davido's kind of social media cruise is different from a Mayokun one and everything. We know Davido's social media cruise is on a different level. Trust me, this guy has it all. Endorsement, of course, a couple of days ago, we've seen, the whole endorsement here and there for this guy. Of course, he's still recording songs, still dropping international collabos and everything. Shout out to Wizkid as well. These two guys have done quite a lot. And for 10 years, I'm sure even you didn't think in 2012 that this guy will still be here at this time.
Did I even have the foresight? That was going to be 10 years.
You get.
Well, everybody was just living in the moment, was just enjoying themselves. So,
Anyway, shout out to Davido. Of course, we've got a whole lot to talk about David, but how many can we even say? We'll talk from now till the morning and it will still not be done. Of course, shout out to Davido, still doing his thing 10 years after the consistency, the dominance, the popularity, the awards, the shows, everything. This guy, the records, the features, the number ones, the Billboard. There's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Fall is one of the biggest Afrobeat songs in the history of this world. And this guy is the one who got that. There's also a lot. You have to give it to Davido. He's done quite a lot and he's still there at the top of the game. Even at now, that's massive actually.
That's the BGA.
No. Anyway, shout out to the person they do well, Toxic they do well. We shout out Wizkid out too. Yeah, of course. Shout out to Wiz, shout out to David, shout out to everyone doing their thing for Afrobeat and for the culture. We love you guys. Put a comment down below. How exactly will life be after Davido? Of course, everything that has a beginning must have an end. Life after Davido, what exactly would he be like? Can anybody come to replicate what the OBO has done? Put everything down below and we'll reply to some of your comments. We'll see you on the next one. Keep liking, keep watching. Stay safe. Peace.